Here we are the first week in December, and Josh, the canola plants are still growing, but for how long will this be going on?
If they're still growing, they don't have a whole lot left in them.
Yeah.
We see that a lot of the crop this year looks really good compared to what we've had the last couple years. The crop has got a lot of vegetative growth, a lot of leaf matter, getting a lot of good bases or crowns developed to them. The crop's looking real good, so we're starting to get questions of, is it looking too good? Do we have too much growth, or what are these freezes going to do to a canola crop that's grown excessively compared to what we've had in the last couple years?
Well, and in the past couple of years, we've had those sharp freezes. I mean, it would be 70 degrees one day and then 17 at night. We really haven't had those freezes this year.
Yeah, and it's actually been very beneficial for the crop. We've gotten down to freezing or slightly above freezing. This last weekend, majority of the state got below freezing, but it wasn't 17, it was 27 or 25, or those just below freezing, if you will. What that's allowed the crop to do is begin to shut down slowly and it's almost like you're closing a restaurant. We're cleaning things up, we're closing things down instead of a fire just kind of sweeping us out of the place. So it's allowed that crop to slowly shut down instead of have to shut down within 24 hours.
Now let's talk about the plant as it does shut down. What are we seeing?
Like I said, we have a lot of growers that we have a crop here that's very symbolic of what we see across the state. It's got a lot of vegetative mass to it. We like to see about 6 or 7 leaves. A lot of the times we're seeing a lot more, and we see here it's well spread out. These leaves are starting to look like they're ornamentals and not really a crop, so we're starting to see a lot of vegetative growth. But what you have to do is actually look below the vegetative growth and down here, because this growing point or this crown region, as well as this lower stem region, are what helps us survive the winter. And if we have good development here, this is what's going to help us survive. And that's actually what those early freezes, slightly after planting, we don't have enough time to develop this region, and we don't have those sugars, carbohydrates, and sucrose to get that crop throughout the rest of the winter. Now, the big thing about growth is that good vegetative growth can be a good thing. What you don't want is this growing point, or what we call it the crown, to get too high above the soil surface. That soil surface almost serves as insulation. The wheat residue, if you're no-till, or if you're planting it in the sorghum or corn, that also helps us insulate the ground and insulate this crop a little bit. So what we don't want is this to grow too high above the soil surface.
And by the way, you guys have a school coming up here pretty quick, the cropping school.
Yeah, we got a winter crop school. It's coming up in about 2 weeks. The 15th, the Tuesday, is going to be an all-day event, and then we got a half day on Wednesday, so that's the 15th and the 16th. It's open to everybody. There are CCA, or those continuing education credits, available. It's I do believe it's $125. You can either go to wheat.okstate.edu, or you can register there at the door. We'd like you to pre-register, but if you register at the door, we're not going to turn you away. And it's going to be really good. We're going to have topics that range from pasture management, wheat management, a lot of summer crop management this year, looking at soybeans. We got a great speaker coming in talking about sugarcane aphids. So if you had sugarcane aphids this year, got a good guest lecturer coming in from Louisiana talking about sugarcane aphids and where the Mid-South and the Southeast has kind of been very successful at managing them, how they've done it.
Well, thank you very much, Josh, and we will put a link to that on our website, sunup.okstate.edu.